Hello everybody, and with the House of Wolves release date quickly approaching us, I thought it was about time that I put out some more Trials of Osiris videos, just so you guys can kind of know what I'm thinking, know what my strategies are, so when you hop into the Trials of Osiris, maybe you'll have an edge, or you'll be terrible because all of my strategies are completely wrong. We'll see what happens when it actually comes out. So in this video, I wanted to put the Warlocks head to head against each other. We're going to be doing Sunsinger versus Voidwalker. Now I have already done this for Hunters. I did Blade Dancer versus Gunslinger. If you did miss that video, the link will be in the description. But let's go ahead and start off by talking about these Warlocks. So starting out, I would like to talk about the Sunsinger because I think the strengths of the Sunsinger when it comes to Trials of Osiris are extremely obvious. The Sunsinger has an awesome grenade in the Firebolt grenade. Much like the Arc Bolt grenade in the Blade Dancer, this grenade is really good at finishing people off when they're trying to hide from you. Because what happens a lot in the Trials of Osiris is you'll get a couple of hits off on someone, maybe one hit, and then they'll go and hide because there's a good amount of distance between you guys. You're usually standing at a point where there's a good amount of cover for you to take advantage of. With the Firebolt grenade, you can just throw it out there and it will definitely take them down. It's almost like a completely fail-free grenade, unlike something like the fusion grenade or the flux grenade or the magnetic grenade, any of those sticky grenades. There's a lot of fail to them. If you miss it, it's not going to do enough damage to really do anything to them. Whereas with a grenade like the Arc Bolt grenade or the Firebolt grenade, it's pretty much always going to hit. If they're anywhere near it, it's going to hit them. Also, if you're running with a burn build, which I would definitely recommend for taking into the Trials of Osiris, the burn is going to do a crap ton of damage. You don't necessarily need your Radiance to last super long. I will talk about Radiance use in the Trials of Osiris in a moment, but you don't need it to last that long in Trials of Osiris, so you might as well put that talent into having your burn do more damage and burn for longer, because your grenades are going to be extremely deadly. You won't have to ever have a face-to-face with someone when you're in Radiance, because you can just chuck grenades at them and it's just gonna kill them without you having to shoot them. So I definitely recommend taking the Firebolt grenade over any of the others. It's very strong and it's extremely fail-proof. The Sunsinger also has a way to gain an overshield when killing people with Scorch melee. Overshields are gonna be awesome in any game type. I love having the extra damage reduction, but in Trials of Osiris, it's just super awesome. If you get that extra shield, you're gonna be able to win gunfights. If you lose a gunfight when you have an overshield, something is wrong. You should pretty much always be winning those gunfights when you have an overshield. So having that ability is definitely very helpful. Now moving on to the main thing that makes Sunsingers absolutely amazing in Trials of Osiris is Fireborn. Fireborn, of course, brings you back from the dead. Trials of Osiris is elimination, and when you're dead, you're dead. You can't respawn. The only way that you can get back up is by being revived or popping Fireborn. So basically, when you have a Fireborn Sunsinger on your team, you have a get out of jail free card. You guys mess up and die, the Sunsinger can come back from the dead and hopefully get the match back to what it was, where you guys should be. Bring it on back and take home the win for your team. Now with the Scorch melee giving you an overshield and popping Radiance, this is just really awesome. A lot of the times, people are gonna be surrounded around you. Does that even make sense? Surrounding around you. Definitely doesn't make sense. But they're gonna be very close to you when it gets to those clutch situations. If you pop Fireborn, get up, melee someone, you get that overshield, plus the melee is an insta-kill when you're in Radiance form. It's an insta-kill. Like, come on, it's crazy. You get up, you insta-kill someone, you got an overshield, you can throw your grenades, you're burning people. It's very difficult to kill a Sunsinger. Very difficult. So if you come back from the dead, most of the time you are going to be able to salvage the match. You definitely are vulnerable to outplays or just playing around the whole Fireborn thing. By simply just spreading out and watching your body, the team that you are trying to beat can easily kill you when you come back from Fireborn. So you do have to be very careful as to how you use it. I wouldn't recommend just popping it when they're super far away from you and trying to come back like that. It definitely shines when they're around you, immediately around you, die, and they're not really watching out for you coming back from the dead. So like I said, the strengths of a Sunsinger is just obvious. You come back from the dead, that is extremely helpful when you're playing a game type like Elimination. Now moving on to the Voidwalkers. I kind of put these in a similar place to the Blade Dancer, but a little bit different, obviously, because they're a little bit different. But you want to be using Blink in a defensive way like you would with the Blade Dancer in Trials of Osiris. Blink shotgunning is just not a good idea. When you're going up against an organized team, you're running away from your team, you're just gonna die, people are gonna get mad at you, it's not gonna be a fun time. But Blink is definitely an extremely strong defensive ability. If you're in a situation where you're the last person standing, Blink is gonna enable you to pull off some clutch shotgun killing. It's also gonna enable you to get away from the enemy team, have them chasing you, and hopefully be able to get around to one of your teammates. When it comes to the Voidwalker's grenades, I think that Axiom Bolts are probably going to be the best in Trials of Osiris. What they can do is, if you get an enemy person down and they're trying to revive that person, you can throw out an Axiom Bolt and they have to think, do I want to go and revive my teammate and get hit by this Axiom Bolt, or do I want to run away? If they get hit by it, that's an easy kill for you guys. If they start running away from the Axiom Bolt, that gives you guys an opportunity to push up to where the enemy's body or ghost still is and hopefully take the win. So it's a very good zoning tool. I wouldn't say that it's as good for just killing people when they're around a corner, because obviously you can just run away from it, but I think that it is very good for zoning them off from reviving, making them have to think about whether they want to take that damage and revive, or if they want to remain undamaged and run away. And obviously you guys can work with that. You can push, or you can just kill them if they decide to take damage. So Axiom Bolt is going to be a really good choice for zoning. Now when it comes to the super, I would say that Voidwalkers have the best super when it comes to contesting the enemy heavy. So there's going to be one round in Trials of Osiris where both of you guys are able to pick up heavy ammo. Some people want to go and contest the enemy's heavy ammo, because if you do that and you actually win, your team's gonna take that round. You guys all have rockets, they don't have anything, maybe they're all even dead. But the thing with this, the only issue with this is that it's a very, very, very risky play, because if you don't get the kills, if you don't manage to do anything and you end up dying, you are extremely far away from your team is a man down, and it's going to be difficult for your team to come back from the win. But if it's something that you did want to do, you wanted to play those risky roles, then Voidwalker is definitely the best. Of course, a Fist of Havoc Titan can do something similar, but Voidwalkers can do it from a distance, be a little bit safer. You can Nova Bomb. If it hits them, great. If it doesn't, maybe you can blink away and get back to your team. So yeah, Voidwalkers definitely have the best super in the game when it comes to contesting the heavy ammo, along with Gunslingers, I would say, because obviously Gunslingers can shoot from a distance, but Voidwalkers can take everyone out at once. They can also leave a lingering pool around the heavy ammo so they can't go and immediately take it, which gives your team the opportunity to push the enemy heavy and take them out with their rockets. So Voidwalkers, the best super for contesting heavy. So which is better? I actually find it really, really difficult to answer this question for either of the classes the more and more that I think about it, because the more I think about it, every single class, every single subclass definitely has a role to play. I would say that if you don't already have a Sunsinger on your team, you're gonna want to pick a Sunsinger. If you already have a Sunsinger on your team and you also have another Warlock, then I don't see a problem with them going Voidwalker. But I would say that Sunsingers are going to be almost a necessity when it comes to Trials of Osiris. I know people don't like stuff like that, but that's kind of just how every game is. Even at the most competitive level, you have things that you need, and Sunsinger is one of those roles that I think you definitely need. But like I said, if you don't already have one, then you can just take a Voidwalker. There's no problem in taking a Voidwalker. So I don't know, personally I would probably prefer to have two Sunsingers running a slightly different build, but I don't think that that necessarily means that it's better. If you want to have a Sunsinger and a Voidwalker and then someone else, I think that's perfectly good as well. But Sunsingers, definitely gonna be a necessity. If you don't have one, you might want to get one. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna do my best to work on a Titan one. I don't currently own a Titan, so I will be using someone else's account, so it might take me a little bit longer, but hopefully I'll get that up before the House of Wolves does actually drop, because I do want to do that video. I think that Titans are very interesting in the Trials of Osiris. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will speak to you awesome people later. Bye.